Episode number 92. Right, Kevin? Right, Kevin?
92.
Right, Brian? 92. 92 Electric Boogaloo. Real Brave is a music studio. But we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about something way more important. We're going to talk about the Rolling Stones, Kevin. And a specific song that wasn't included on an album. And all sorts of stuff about that
Some
thing.
of you probably already know what song we're talking about.
Maybe. There's a lot of Rolling Stoners out there.
Is that what they're called?
Rolling Stoners.
I thought Stoneheads.
Not Clayheads.
Not
That's for sure.
Clayheads.
Clayface. Clayfaces. Here on
Real Brave Live.
Do you like the Rolling Stones?
Not really.
And that's the show.
Thanks for watching.
Here on, okay. You don't like the Rolling Stones?
I mean, like,
They've only been around
I don't-
since the beginning of time.
not like 'em.
Since the beginning of time.
You know, in the British invasion
of 1882?
of like 1960, I sided with the Beatles.
The War of 1812? The War of
I'm not even
1812
big
is
a
when
Who
when
fan
the
either,
British invaded America and came to the White House and burned it down, right?
That's that is correct. Yeah,
Yeah.
War of 1812.
So Keith Richards was around for that.
right.
This is really cool, man.
Yeah, no, yeah, he's old. He's very, very old.
Do you know that he's a health nut now?
Really?
Yeah.
I guess he'd have to be.
I did a short on that. He's all into the health after literally drinking a bottle of Jack a day for...
He's really fortunate to be able to spend one lifetime doing that and then another lifetime
Yeah.
being healthy.
I remember having joking as a kid, the operative joke was the Keith Richards, blood transfusion jokes, where you're like, I'm, talking about him in when is he going to die?
Right, yeah.
But here he is in his 70s. 80s?
He's not in his 70s. He's got to be in his 80s.
Paul McCartney just turned 80 last year, so he's probably close to 80. I think probably a little bit younger than Paul McCartney.
I'm going to beat you. 79 years.
Wow.
79, okay.
He's
Okay.
not.
Yeah.
I thought he was older than that. He just looks older.
He just looks awful. He's got forks
Well,
in his hair.
when you snort your father's ashes, it tends to age you.
You gain his age
Daddy.
and his courage.
Put inside of me nose.
It's like an RPG. You have snorted your father. You gain more courage.
You've unlocked sniffing your father. But before all that happened...
Wait. Would you rather sniff your father while he was alive or after he's been cremated?
My dad kind of smells right now, so we'll wait till he's cremated. That's not your father.
Dan Power Sr., if you're watching, hello. We got big plans for you.
This got dark very quick today.
Live and on
I like
air.
I like it. Before we get into that, TikTok concerts.
TikTok concerts.
Yeah, we teach music here. You want to do more TikTok concerts?
Yes.
But we can outsource it.
Oh, thank
But
you.
we just gotta have somebody record it, and then we can have like maybe Ramiro edit it,
Yeah.
or something like that.
Right.
Sound like a plan?
Sure. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
fine. We could
I
do
mean,
that.
I think it'd be good. It's really good content.
You'd still need accompaniment, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to keep the prices. I mean, the expenses down if we can. It
Sure.
was very expensive.
It was last time around.
We did these shows or these performances by the students where we had the teachers playing, but then we split it into like three, so you'd see like the student playing.
So the student would submit a video
Yeah.
of them playing, ideally, along with either a metronome or the recording of the song, like in headphones.
Yes.
They play along with that. They send us the video.
Yes.
Then it's really easy for us to take that video and play along with that student or
Yes.
with the recording that they're playing along with and put it all together into one
yes.
video. Not many people heeded the please play along with a metronome or recording of the song.
Right.
So it was a lot of just
Hell.
I mean,
you.
it was go check out our TikTok. You know, a lot of them came out really good.
Yeah, it's the beginnings. You have to scroll down a little bit, but my favorite one was the Titanic one. You ever see the Titanic, or you listen to the Titanic?
The audio with played by recorder.
Yeah. It's very similar to that.
Yeah, it is. And I believe it's intercut with a paper boat made out of Bill, that you owed.
Yes. And the bill sank to the bottom of the sink.
Of a kitchen sink, yeah.
But anyway, I digress. Does it have anything to do with the Rolling Stones?
Or recent news about the Titanic.
No. But is it too soon to talk about that?
Probably.
You think so?
Probably.
If you had $250,000, would you go into a capsule and then just have somebody screw in the doors on the outside and be like, bye?
Only if it was a round trip.
No.
That was not.
And then you get in there and you're like, wait, where's the window? There's no windows. There's just a TV screen. So they could have just sent them like 25 feet down.
They could have, yeah.
And waited there.
Yeah.
And then showed the screen of the Titanic. But they didn't. But those people imploded and died a horrible death. Thank you, everybody.
Horrible death, I would argue. It was like milliseconds. They could never know what happened to them.
You don't think they had the bends? Can you play that song? They definitely had the bends.
They say that it took like 0.35 milliseconds for it to happen. So they were just here and then they're gone. Which is not the worst way to go. I mean, it's tragic for everyone else, but like, there's a way to go. You know, I mean, it's what? You want to suffer?
We dedicate this episode to the.
You see, there's tons of memes out there now. They're really horrifically funny.
Yeah.
It's like the one guy it's the picture of the picture of the captain smiling, and then when it says like when you find out that people went to the Titanic 100 years later and died on the Titanic.
I like there's a line graph of deaths on the Titanic, and it says like 1916 or whatever year it set sail. It's like this big spike, and then nothing, and then 2023. We are.
I don't know why we're laughing.
We may or may not post this one.
I'm sorry. So anyway, the Rolling Stones.
King of the transitions, Dan Powers.
What song is that, Kevin?
Something about a woman.
Yep.
And a piano.
Gin.
What?
A gin-soaked woman on a piano.
Is it something like that?
Something like that. So this is one of the bigger videos for some reason of our that is really popular on YouTube. Song about Honky Tonk Woman by the Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
That's why I thought piano. Honky tonk.
Honky Tonk. What is a honky tonk?
I don't know.
Is it like
Honky Tonk's like a
piano on the Titanic?
No, it's like a bar that was a music joint, like you know.
Okay.
And a honky tonk piano sort of means like a tack piano, you know, that real like shrill.
Is honky tonk an onomatopoeia for the sound the piano makes?
I believe it is an onomatopoeia.
Oh, very good. So the Honky Tonk Woman was a standalone single, not included on any album. We had a short about how Exile on Main Street really developed the Rolling Stones sound, but I would argue when I hear that, which just came out right before it. He plays it with his fingers, right?
Yeah, it's finger picked. It's an open G tuning.
Open G with no high E string.
Yeah.
No high E string. Like you took the high E string.
Keith Richards usually takes that off the guitars.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Doesn't need it.
Doesn't need
it's
it.
That good of a guitar.
Oh, well, yeah.
It only needs 5 strings.
So I like that sound though. But you're playing it now. You're playing with a. Yeah, that sounds like Keith Richards playing.
Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment.
Did he play on a telly?
Yeah, he did. Right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I got to tell you that today.
That song notoriously speeds up as it goes on.
Yeah, you pointed that out when we first started learning it, or he
yeah,
started learning
just,
it.
It starts pretty slow and then it gets pretty fast. And if I'm not mistaken, I want to say it's like 15 or 20 beat per minute it goes
to
up.
20,
Yeah.
The song was
we
written.
Get you the cowbell. We're supposed to get you a
Oh,
cowbell
you
for
blew
this.
it.
Yeah.
I got a fever. The song was written by Mick Jagger and Keith Richards while on holiday in Brazil from late December 1968 to early January 1969, as you do.
So they were hanging out in Brazil, and they say, you know what, this really reminds me of.
Yeah, not
being
like
in a
any
honky
Brazilian.
tonk.
Yeah.
This really makes me feel the blues. All these
Two
parrots.
versions of the song were recorded by the band: the familiar hit, which appeared on the 45 single, and their collection of late 1960s singles, Through the Past, Big Hits, Volume 2, and a honky tonk version entitled Country Hunk. I'd like to hear what that sounds like, which appeared on Let It Bleed. I love that
Country
album.
Hunk is good.
Country
Yeah.
Hunk.
Yeah.
I kind of remember that because I love Let It Bleed. Thematically, a honky tonk woman refers to a dancing girl in a Western bar.
Ah.
Yes.
Are we going to see any honky tonk women on our trip to Texas?
Well,
Viewer, if you didn't watch the last episode, we were taking a trip to Texas and Arizona.
and if my wife is watching, no, but maybe. What's happening?
Your wife's calling you.
Hun? I'm really sorry. I really, truly am getting a call.
So Kevin, you were saying you don't care for the Rolling Stones.
I mean, I don't care for them. I don't really dislike them either. Never really captured.
is it the
my-
bluesy thing? Are you not a blues guy? Because they're a pretty blues-based band.
Talk about the blues.
I mean, the blue. Yeah.
You had a whole blues thing whilst in California. You told me, and I was like, okay, that makes a lot of sense why you don't like it.
I mean, it's not that I don't like it. It's just, I mean, I get tired of it really quickly.
You used the words cultural
Appropriation. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, like, if you look at the blues, you look at B.B. King, he's the king of the blues, and that's it. You're probably good from there. Maybe Chuck Berry, you know? But, like, I mean, like, I'm not, like, I can't with freaking, freaking Stevie Ray Vaughan. I mean, just, like, the... I can't with that. Just leave me alone.
because that's cultural appropriation.
It's not because of cultural appropriation. Again, I just get bored of it because it relies so heavily on primarily one chord progression and primarily one scale. And I've been to enough open mic jams where just people just going like, which is cool, Hoss, brother, but like it's fine. But like I get very, very bored of it. Like, and I get it. If, like that's like your thing. You just love the. There's so many cliches in it that I just can't. Like it just it doesn't entertain me anymore.
Yep.
And the chord progression is 1 4 1 4
For Honky Tonk Woman?
1 5 4 1. No, Honky Tonk elaborates on it a little bit. I think it's a 16 bar.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying about the blues, and I'm definitely not the biggest like blues listener. However, I think that like all art that inspires other genres to come out of it, you have to have an appreciation for what it originally was.
Oh yeah, for sure.
To appreciate things that come out of it. But to me, the things that I listen to with the blues are either very old stuff where it was at the forefront, or when someone takes that and turns it into something interesting and does something unexpected with it. I recently heard a 13-bar blues, like, oh, there's a weird extra bar in there, and that's kind of interesting, right?
Yeah, it is kind of interesting.
If someone's doing something that isn't expected, I'm more okay with it than just the traditional blues stuff. I hear what you're saying.
There's a song called Funky Bitch that's an 11-bar blues. There's the White Stripe song "We Are Going to Be Friends" is 12-bar blues.
Yep.
That's a 12-bar blues?
Sure is. It doesn't sound like it, but if you look at the
1 4 1 5
interesting.
4 1.
Well, that's really interesting.
Like there's a Bob Dylan song from his most recent album called "Goodbye Jimmy Reed" that throws in 1 bar of 5 instead of 4 in the middle of a 12-bar blues, and so that just it spices it up a little. It makes it sound more interesting to me.
yeah, but
Pink Floyd did that too.
But for like every one song that makes it like a little bit interesting, there's like 500 songs that are just. And the guys with their freaking
The blues
vibrato.
faces.
Blues face.
Blues face and the obnoxious vibrato on every.
That's some tone you got there, friend.
This is Fender Bandmaster.
It's So this was a release on its own. It had a B-side. What was the B-side?
I don't know.
The single was released in the UK in the death of the founding member Brian Jones, with "You Can't Always Get What You Want" as a singles B-side.
Okay, I like
Wow,
that
that's
song.
quite the B-side.
That's quite the B-side. That's actually one of my favorite songs. I played that live once by myself.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I tried to sound like him, which is a mistake. Yeah, it's likely the Rolling Stone magazine hailed Honky Tonk Woman as likely the strongest 3 minutes of rock and roll yet released in 1969. Kevin. Who gives these people the right to say that stuff?
Yeah,
I'm so glad critics aren't around anymore. They just Yelp.
No. There's Pitchfork now.
What's Pitchfork?
Pitchfork is the new Rolling Stone.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Really?
Since the 90s, yeah.
Hey, listen, buddy. Pitchfork. Pitchfork, the most trusted voice in music. There's a reason why I don't read this.
I really like jazz blues, though. I will say that. So they have 12-bar blues and jazz, but they elaborate on the chord structure quite a bit, and there's a lot more room for freedom of improvisation.
I've never read Pitchfork before. Is it any good?
They used to, so their whole thing was in like the late 90s, they were super snarky and they would just crap all over everything.
Stargate?
Snarky.
Oh, Snark.
They were super snarky. They were super third tier sci-fi.
Kirk Russell.
But Russell, yeah. But then they thought they were very important, and so started getting very serious about their writing.
Oh.
And that's when it got bad.
Yeah, that's usually what happens when they start smelling their own farts, right, Kevin?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you're a big fan of that.
I'd rather smell farts than somebody's dead father.
Yes.
Was that this episode we were talking about that?
Yes, it
Okay,
is.
good.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that's a crazy non sequitur.
It is. Just like how Stevie Ray Vaughan is a short man. How tall is he now?
0'0", -6 feet.
So sorry, everybody. Yeah, I mean, there's really nothing else to say about that. Although it's just a trending thing in our universe
What
for
is
some reason.
dying?
Honky Tonk Woman.
Oh, Honky Tonk. Okay.
Not how tall Stevie Ray Vaughan is.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good song. Sure. I haven't written any songs, so.
Yeah, you ever written any riffs before? Why do you, who gives you the right to say that it's good or bad?
Yeah, I've written riffs.
Yeah, what kind of riffs?
Like, really, like, wishy-washy fish-inspired riffs.
Yeah, I'm sure they have. Damn it. I think you didn't talk about Fish last time.
About what? About fish?
Yeah.
No, we did because we have a Clay Aiken.
Yeah, we talked about clay. I'm a Clayface now. Oh, wait, yeah, we did. We illicit fish and then Clayface. Speaking of fish, you going to any of the shows in the end of July?
No, it's a fish leap year.
That's not a thing.
It is.
You're coming.
I created it.
I'm dragging you with me.
At the end of July, I'm going to be in Puerto Rico.
So
That's
you'll
it.
catch the live stream is what you're saying? All right, cool.
How many fish shows are you going to, Kevin?
Have I been
And
to?
how many are you going to of this run?
Probably like 3 maybe.
Okay.
It's like a 8 show run, I think. 7 or 8.
Are they doing Atlantic City again?
No, MSG.
Oh, really?
7
Why did they choose not to do?
Trey is getting old and he doesn't like to tour anymore.
Or he doesn't like
Huge
the
buzzkill.
thousands of people peeing in the water? Or all of the hotel, getting blamed for all the hotel
The bed sheets,
bed sheets
the tarpers,
and getting charged for them.
yeah.
What happened now?
So
yeah,
at
that's
MSG, or no, at Atlantic City, when we went to see Fish last year, we noticed a lot of people brought blankets with them, and we realized they were just stealing them from the hotels in Atlantic City to save their spot in the the venue. And I don't think Fish had to pay for it. They probably just charged whoever's card was on for the hotel room.
I guess theoretically
yeah,
you
maybe.
could like take the sheet off in the morning, put a do not disturb sign on, and bring it back.
Yeah, you totally could do
Right.
that. Just just like a real sandy.
Yeah. I don't know what happened here, man. Just sand everywhere.
We went swimming and there was sand in my shorts.
Yeah.
So anyway, it was a standalone single, and then after that came "Let It Bleed," I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So are you a Rolling Stones fan?
There's about a 5-year span I really like.
Right, like this 69 to like maybe late 70s.
Yeah, Goat's Head Soup is the last record I really care
Soup,
for.
yeah.
So that, Exile on Main Street, Let It Bleed, Beggar's Banquet.
Yep.
That stuff's really good.
But like the 1980s, no.
No, I mean,
early
look,
90s,
I've never
no.
seen the Stones.
2000s,
I would kind of
no.
like to see the Stones because it's a thing you do, right? But
Yeah.
I don't know.
I saw them for the Voodoo something tour.
Voodoo Lounge, 94.
Voodoo Lounge. Yeah, you know who opened up for them? The Counting Crows.
Oh, really?
I went to see the Counting Crows and then left.
Wow.
Yeah. I just felt like I fell out of place. I was like, I don't really like. I mean, it was cool. You know, that stuff.
Yeah.
And then after that, it was like, all right, I gotta go.
Chicken.
I don't know. You gotta think. Early 1960s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, the 2020s.
They're in their 7th decade of
That
fame.
is really stupid.
Are you ever too old to play music?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so.
So I saw the Beach Boys on their 50th reunion tour. My dad was a huge Beach Boys fan, and so me and my dad went to see them. And Brian Wilson was in just rough shape. I mean, they had to basically wheel him out to the piano. He just sat there staring.
Doesn't he have like a issue?
He has some mental health issues,
Yeah.
but I think even beyond that, he was just in no physical shape. And it seemed like he was being forced to do this.
Oh my God.
And it just seems like when I've seen a number of older bands now, there seems to be that one guy who's there because he needs the money or whatever
Needs
it
the
is,
money.
and doesn't want to be there, isn't necessarily physically able to give his best.
Yes.
It makes me sad. Like,
It's very sad.
I would rather them not tour than have these people be tortured to make a living.
What you're saying is you'd rather the band members die of a drug overdose than die of natural causes
Wow, Brian.
on stage. Brian, that's pathetic.
You heard it here first.
But it actually is true. I'd actually prefer to see them die of a drug overdose than to see them, like Charlie Watts, died of natural causes.
I mean, I'd rather see them just live a healthy life.
Sure about that?
You know,
that's what makes them good, is that they have all these really horrific things that happen to them.
That's what makes them good.
Who's the guy that got crushed by a bus? Was it Tom Bottom?
Cliff Burton.
Cliff Burton.
Cliff Burton,
Sound
thank you.
good.
Yeah, died of a bus overdose. Anyway.
It's a really dark episode.
Titanic jokes, Cliff Burton jokes, Keith Richards snorting his father jokes. Wow.
And you asked me if I'm going to be snorting my father, which is about time where we end the show. If you are a fan of the show, please like and subscribe below. Like us on all socials at Real Brave Inc. Tune in next week for another exciting episode of Real Brave Live, where we talk about more music. 3 musicians in a room talking about music. Thank you.